right. Are we okay? We're live. We're live. We're gonna just do that one more time.
What up? What up?
What's good?
What's the word?
Happy Friday.
Oh man.
I see Pajama Mo.
Can you hear me?
I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? He must not be able to hear me. Can you hear me, Mo?
Christal.
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Can't hear you.
Oh, can you guys hear me? I don't know. Can let me see if the chat can hear me. Can the chat hear me? Because I can hear myself. I don't see anybody in the chat yet. I don't see the chat yet.
Log out and come back in?
Yeah, go out and come back in. Okay, Tennessee girl, thank you. She said she can hear me. Go out and come back in, Mo.
Oh, Lord.
Why does he do this all the time? Mo always thinks it's my computer that is the problem. And it's never mine. It's always his. All right. I think he got fancy with the I think Mo got fancy with the sound, and now he's got to come back in. All right. Come on back in, Scorpio Mo. Come on back in. Welcome, you guys. It's a Friday night, and it's already a Freaky Friday because Mo has new sound effects, and so I think that his sound effects might have done too much, and so he could not hear. So hopefully he'll come back in. All right, hopefully that is him. I don't know who else it will be. Let's bring him back in. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, couldn't hear you before, but yes.
Okay, but I'm so the chat could hear me. It was just you.
Yeah, but we were talking right before then, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think when we did the sound, I think that did something to it. Because as long as the chat Mo.
All right. Yeah, it was definitely you.
How can it be you? How can it be me if everybody else can hear me and I can hear you? You guys, he always does this, and he always insists.
Hey man, we were just talking before. I ain't do nothing different.
I didn't do nothing either, though. How come?
And I can't see.
Why would it be mine if I didn't do anything and the audience can hear?
Yeah, I don't think you brought me in properly or something. I don't know.
Oh my God.
But we here now.
You know what? Just like a man.
Hey, well, I still got the coming up on YouTube though.
Okay, I don't know what to. I don't know. I don't know, Mo.
And we went in and out.
I don't know
what's going on.
I don't know, but I mean, people are here.
Okay.
Baker, Danielle. I don't know what is happening. I don't know.
I mean, I ain't controlling nothing but turning my thing on. But it's all good. If they here, they here. It's all good. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know. That's weird.
See what I'm saying? I'm not crazy.
Well, on this part, but the sound, no. The sound.
Well, I'm understanding. I don't know how they're seeing it, but it won't come up on my YouTube. But it's all good though.
Your YouTube?
Yeah, I'm looking at my YouTube right here. It's not coming up.
Are you guys on YouTube, or who is on YouTube? Because I see it. It's on my YouTube. I see myself on YouTube.
I don't know. Maybe it's something I don't know. I don't see it. It's stuck on that screen.
Strange, because I can see it. If you can see it on YouTube, please put an X in the chat if you're able to see it. If you're able to see it, please put an X in the chat if you're on YouTube. I don't think most people do not watch on Facebook, so most people are on YouTube. But if you are on YouTube and you're able to see it, please put an X in the chat.
It's saying waiting for Christal XO and nothing's coming up.
Someone said that to you?
I'm looking at it right now. Just logged out and logged back in.
See, I see it says live.
I don't know.
You guys, so people are on. I don't know. I don't know. I do
See,
not.
it's still frozen. It's still right there.
I'm okay. I see what you're telling me, but I'm saying people are in the chat, Mo. There's 37 people in the chat.
I got you. I'm just telling you what I saw. That's what I said. We can continue if they, long as they see it.
Adrian said you have to refresh it.
Long as they can see it. I did refresh it. I restarted. I did, but it's all good. We can continue to talk. Don't let me hold you up.
Jesus help us.
It's all good. What up, y'all?
How are y'all doing on a Friday night? Hey, Patrice Porter. Hey, Jay the Baker. Thank you for that, Lisa Denise. Thank you, everybody that is in the building. We appreciate you guys being here. We watched Carlos King and Lisa Raye. Let me just get your thoughts, your initial thoughts on Carlos and Lisa Raye. What were your thoughts on that?
Hello. Carlos' voice is annoying me. I'm trying to get past the fake nasal voice.
He does that on purpose that's his
to annoy me.
They're just to pull in. It's the husband.
Pull in who?
Women that enjoy having a husband, a good Judy. Yes.
But
yes. Yes. He had Lisa Raye on again because he said that Lisa Raye's numbers were higher than anyone he has ever had, which is surprising. I thought that was surprising because I thought Nene was the highest rated interview. But Lisa Raye
leaks?
Nene leaks. Yeah. Nene was, especially after the whole Bravo thing where she had sued Bravo. So I was surprised that Lisa Raye's actually out rated Nene's, but hey, and then too, it's also it's new, right? So more people are now coming onto his channel. His channel is basically rivaling OWN and Bravo. So I get it, he definitely is doing his thing. Shouts out to Carlos King. But is this January 10th?
Huh?
What is today? No, today is not January 10th. I was like,
say it.
But yeah, the interview basically tonight, Lisa Raye and Carlos talked about the couples, the different couples in crisis on OWN. And it was interesting because most of the couples in crisis were from his show.
Way to close another deal, Brooklyn. Thank you.
What the?
What's happening?
It's something wacky going on here. I can turn the value. I don't know. Good.
Definitely something wacky. But okay, so the first couple he talked about was Melody and Martell. So I was wondering, had you seen that version of Melody?
No, I haven't. And I'm glad that we did see that because that was part of what everybody was trying to tell me that I never seen.
Okay.
So at what point though, was this the final joint, or this is one of the times they went through something that got better?
This was the final. This is when she decided she was definitely divorcing him. So I believe that was in the second or third season. The first season, the first episode, they were having trouble. It was revealed that it was kind of insinuated that he was cheating.
Okay.
And then by this time, I believe it was the third season, it was clear that she was leaving. The young lady there was rumors of him having a baby. They held that out to the following season, the confirmation. But Melody was definitely done. She was done at that point. And you can see how he really didn't want it to be done.
Got you.
So yes, that was definitely.
But I think I figured out what's going on.
What is it?
We put some Bluetooth stuff on my phone last night, and I think it's interfering and it's not making the thing come on. But in any case, yeah, that was my first time seeing them interact like that. I'd never seen them together. You gotta remember, this is my first season seeing the show, right?
Right.
But she definitely sounded like a woman that had enough.
When a woman's fed up.
Right. She she looked different. Like,
what do you mean?
She looked a little smaller there. She now that's what I'm saying. Like, we were talking last week about, you could tell she's over, right? You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
hey, T. Marie, you can tell she's over.
She don't even want to be in the scene with him.
She doesn't, and I don't blame her. He had a whole woman pregnant.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I could definitely understand why she would not. And he's constantly, you got to understand that every time he was in a scene with her, he's trying to goad her. He's trying to get her to interact with him. And she's over it. And when a woman is over it, specifically for you've done enough and you've used up all your chances, you've wore out your welcome with her, then it becomes like, I don't even want to be, when you get over it, she doesn't even want, what's happening?
Read that.
I can't read that, Mo. Just read it to me. What does it say?
Says this video has been removed by the provider.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what it said on my phone. I don't know.
Okay. But
in any case,
yeah.
Yeah, she sounds like a woman that was, you know, I was glad, but I would like to see, I guess I got to find that on my own, happier times, so I could just see all the contrasts leading up to. You see what I'm saying?
We didn't really see happier times.
But I will say this. Lisa Raye even made a good point. Like, I like the fact that she didn't tear him down as a father.
Right.
I respect that. He deserves everything else, but if he does have a good quality for the kid with the kids that has nothing to do with you, don't knock, because there's people that will knock that down too just because they're mad. Right. So I do respect that.
That's fair. That's fair. And Lisa Raye actually had some good tidbits. I enjoyed.
She had some great ones. Like I was gonna say I got a different look on her, but she said something at the end that threw me off, and I was like, nah, it's still her. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I don't think we ever saw Martell and Melody in a good place. The two of them, we saw them together, but they were struggling and there was tension. So as a viewer, you could see that even when they were not fighting on camera, there was tension there. And they also seemed to be the epitome of the couple that's trying to look good in front of people, but not really happy at home. So they were like couples goals as far as like the comeback group and this couple that was in, you know, entrepreneurs and all that, but there was always tension between them. So I don't think, and you guys can let me know what you think in the chat. And if you're watching this on the replay, let us know, do you ever remember a happy Melody and Martell? In fact, in that scene, there's a picture.
I saw that. I saw that.
And him on her stomach. And we didn't know, though, we didn't see them in that time. I remember seeing pictures in the house when they were filming and thinking, wow, we didn't ever see them in a good place on the show.
Damn, that's interesting. Do you think there would be a show if there wasn't like that? Like that's part of the pitch? Because we talked about another show and I asked the same thing, and they were like, well, they're technically not together or they had problems. I think it was Bell Collective. Yeah.
And we're going to get Bell Collective because I'm interested to see what you thought about that scene with Cliff and Latrice. But Melody and Martell, I do think that the success of Love and Marriage Huntsville that we have labeled Arrests and Infidelity Huntsville, I do think the show is as popular as it is because of the breakdown of that marriage. As sad as that is. I do want to say there was a live. Did you see? Because I sent this to you. Tisha and Marcel went live.
Yeah. You sent it to me.
And basically, they said they were about to start filming the next season now. So they've been on break during all this time. When Martell did not Scratching and Surviving. you know what? Figure out what that line was.
I like that.
For so long.
Who said that? I like that.
That's great. Good times reference. But I think the show would not be as successful because unfortunately people like the mess. Do I think that Carlos knew how it was going to play out? No. I think he knew that there was trouble in paradise, and he's a smart enough producer to know to prick the wound. Right. But I don't know that he knew it was going to. I mean, this has shocked, I'm sure, all the other marriages having issues as well. Martell's mistress getting pregnant.
To the people that know Martell, do you think they're really shocked?
No. No.
I
know a young lady that knows Martell that has worked with him. I say professionally, but he's one of those people that I think he's just extremely immature and was not ready to be married at all. But I do think he loved Melody. His love was bad and toxic, but I think he just was not ready to be married because he obviously loved her and respected her. Right. But he just was not able to. And I think when he realized maybe he didn't feel good enough for her, he just went balls to the wall. But
I think people root for the good looking couple.
They do.
The couple that looks good in the picture. You see what I'm saying?
They did. So back to Tisha and Marcel's live. That's part of what they were saying. They were saying that they don't think their fans, what were the Marsoldiers? They didn't think that their fans wanted to see the drama on the show. And I do think, yes, Tennessee Girl, I agree. Melly and Martell were like a Barbie and Kim. What did you think about Marceau and Tisha's live?
Hold on, what live?
They went live on Instagram.
Oh, the live.
They went live on Instagram, and they
said, to be honest with you, I don't think it was necessary. I mean, it's cool they did it, but I don't think it was necessary.
Yeah. I think they were trying to prove a point, and I think the point was not proven.
Right.
I don't think they proved their point. They were saying our fans want to see us doing business, and our fans want to see us, doing business at Black and doing the comeback group and all these successful ventures that we have. And I don't
man, nobody come there for that shit. They want to see, come on, man.
He did, and you're right. You're right, Tennessee Girl.
I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Wrong button.
Marceau insinuated that production was lazy in using the storylines from Martell. He kept throwing all types of shade and saying that production was being lazy and they weren't really doing their job because they weren't actually telling the story and they were just letting certain cast members dictate the storylines. So I'm good, thanks, says I stopped watching because of the drama. I think that people think Love and Marriage Huntsville has gone too far, but I don't think that people want to see Marceau and Tisha just do business all the time.
Is any show work where everybody was just doing business
like that? A little bit of drama is necessary, but my thing is this: in last week's episode of Arrests and Infidelity Huntsville, Tisha gets up from the table because she says that she doesn't want to go back and forth with Martell, and Marceau appreciated that, but I don't think. Yes, Martell has been out of pocket, but I cringe more at the scenes between Tisha and Marceau.
I think most of the women do.
Yeah.
And the more you said it, the more I paid attention to it, and you can see it. There are couples that I've known or at least met that I've seen that energy.
Yeah.
So I can imagine being at a dinner table or in the setting that they were in, and like when you're the third party, you're there, or you're with a bunch of people. Everybody's trying to act like they don't know what's going on, or hear it, or see it.
Right.
But everybody sees it.
Everybody sees it, and in their case, I've had a family member, some of our family members, where the husband was always very condescending to the wife.
Yep.
That's uncomfortable AF for everybody else in the room. And it's uncomfortable for us as the viewers. And so while she said, you know, and then Marcel says, well, I can't be your protector if you're in situations like that. So I'm glad that you got up. And I was like, dude, it's not protecting her against Martell. It's really
what? Oh, does that make sense to you?
Well, I think that men want to feel like their wives' protector. I get that.
No, I get that part. But he said he can't be.
He said he could. Well, she said I got up and left because my husband wasn't there, and he said you did the right thing because I can't be your protector if you would have stayed. You know, put yourself in that situation. So he was basically one of the few times that Marceau actually, you know, made his wife feel like she was at all in the right is because she got up and left. But most of the time, Marceau is very critical of her. Is it just me?
No,
is it just me?
From what I've seen, once you told me, I start picking up on
it. But anybody else want to mention like what they thought of that live? It was long, right? And Marceau made a lot of cracks at production. He made a lot of cracks. He didn't want to talk about Martell's live with his alleged mistress, which I give him credit for that because, you know, if he did it or if he didn't, it's not going to change people's mindsets. So having a conversation about it, I don't know if it would have worked. But him being a smartass and constantly attacking other people and making it seem like he's too good, it doesn't go over well to me.
But we all know a guy like him, right?
Yeah.
I know a couple.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just interesting that they feel like they had this live. Tisha was cooking dinner and coming back in, but it really is just Marceau talking and her, and then him correcting her. Even in them talking together, he like cuts her off and corrects her. I think they probably are so used to it that it's their dynamic at this point. But
those type of guys or those type of people, that's just not there. Let's be clear.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure he's like that with his kids. He tries to be like that with his brother.
He does.
I'm pretty sure that's what he does.
That's just him. It is. That's him. That's him.
So it has very little to do with her. It's just she puts up with it.
She puts up with it. And she seems like she looks up to him and feels like he's so much smarter. I don't, you know.
I mean, that's what you do with, it sounds like daddy shit to me. You know, think about it now.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk back to your daddy? Are you going to say anything? You going to challenge your pops? No.
Now, I will say this. We have a special treat next Friday because Tisha's mom, Miss Wanda, is going to be there with Carlos. And when I tell you, Mo, it is going to be great. You are going to really enjoy meeting Tisha's mom because you're gonna see probably why she is as reserved and submissive as she is, because her mom is a firecracker.
That makes sense now.
And her mom has publicly said she does not like the way Marceau talks to her daughter. Like, you know,
that part.
Yeah, but you got to remember, for so long, Marceau was the working the money, and Tisha was a stay-at-home mom. So it's really hard to buck back when you are, you know, you don't have anything of your own. Everything in the house belongs to, you know, he's paying for everything. And he even, you know, would give the mom money sometime when Tisha would ask for her.
So let me ask you this. I just thought about something. So in that dynamic, and you're paying everything, you're doing everything. I mean, I would think that a person would stand up and be like, I wish anybody would, wouldn't they? If they, I mean, or they would treat you like a child if that's what you do. Like if you come to them and you're not doing anything, they're doing anything. Why wouldn't they? I'm not saying it's right, but
I don't agree with that because I think that you got to in my perspective. What's up, Haitian Empress? She shouted out your pajamas, Mo.
Thank you.
I don't think that because I think keeping a home, taking care of children, and keeping the home together is a huge job. And I think that who brings the money in is not necessarily, that job does not outweigh or outvalue a woman who's really taking care of her home. And I do feel like Tisha was really doing that.
But it's good.
Go ahead.
No, but does he? You're right. But he has to see, does he respect it though? That's the thing. You're right.
Marcel doesn't come across as someone who values. I mean, I think he does value Tisha as a mother for their children and a homemaker, but he just, like you said, that's how he is with everybody. So even his brother, his employees, people that he does business with, he just is a smart ass. And I think that comes across in every situation. So but I don't think that just because a woman stays at home and takes care of the family while her husband works, that he should treat her like a child.
No, I don't either. But if he doesn't respect it,
you got to get a man that does.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad Mo is not smoking a cigar because these PJs are an accelerant.
Now you know what? I can only be one person. Now look, you've been missing in action for a minute now. You don't have to come up here saying a lot of slick shit. Now, we missed you. Well, watch yourself.
You know, she adds the humor.
Watch yourself.
Tulo Kia says Marcel cleaned up at least a couple of years ago that yes, Tisha was a first time at home mom, but she also owned property that she managed and made money from. So he wasn't the sole breadwinner. That's true, but I think because even you guys remember, even in the first couple of seasons, Tisha was definitely feeling, I think because the other women were out doing their career thing. Melody was very career driven. Kimmy was very career driven. I think she felt like she wanted to do it too. So they were doing this podcast about mommies and business. It just becomes the same narrative of, boss women that have it all. And I think Tisha, then she went back to school, but I think she felt like she was the only one that wasn't like, out there doing her boss girl thing. And I think that's unfortunate because just because you're a stay-at-home mom does not mean you're not a boss.
You're the boss of the baby.
You're the boss of the home. Home. Because in a dynamic where it works, the husband usually defers to the wife for the home. And if they have 3 children, that's a lot. And I just want to make sure that we honor women that put their children first as a priority. That's huge.
That's a fact.
That's huge. So I want to give Tisha props for that because I do believe she's a great mom, great mother, great wife, and I think she gets a short end of the stick because people are so focused on Melody's example of being the woman who left and who looks this way and who does this, and we're not also appreciating someone that, and Melody is a great mother as well. I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying motherhood can look different. It doesn't have to look the same way with everybody. And we should not only celebrate.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, we shouldn't only celebrate one face of it. So that's what I wanted to make sure I said.
Keep that same energy, but I like that.
That definitely will, because
that applies to everybody. All the positions don't look the same. Let's be clear. I like that though. Glad you said it.
Okay, we'll revisit when we need to. So I think that's all I wanted to say about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I thought the conversation, the live with Marcel and Marceau and his Marsoldiers and Tisha, I don't think it had the effect that he wanted it to.
It didn't, but you think he's so.
He probably didn't realize it. He's probably so into himself.
He don't care.
No, I thought it was great. But I'm interested to see what will happen next season. They just started taping right after they start taping this week, right after Martell just released this video with it's just gonna be war. It's gonna be more drama. I don't know what's gonna happen on that show.
That be
So
interesting to see.
let's move to Bell Collective. There were
Oh,
scenes,
that was an interesting clip. Let's get to that.
several scenes with Latrice and Cliff. And I want to know what you thought because you haven't seen that Cliff and that Latrice because him giving her flower, he wants her to be a traditional woman. He wants a baby. He wants her to cook, be in the house. Latrice is not with it. Latrice is not with it. Latrice also comes from a very difficult past where she did not have the best relationship with her mother. And she has vocalized that she was nervous about being a mother because of her own upbringing. So I do want to preface everything by saying that.
Okay.
But that being said, Cliff, it's funny how men will marry a woman and try to change her. She's not changing. He keeps trying to get her to have a baby. He keeps trying to get her. He gave her flat. That was just, and he yells and and berates her at times.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think? What did you think about those clips?
I thought at first I thought it was all a joke, the flower, and it didn't mean anything. But as it went on, and then and I think you're right, that's what he wants. That's what, if a man says you don't have to pay any, that's because he doesn't want you to do anything. But then you want to do something, and that's the thing. It's like, the problem is you can't have both.
Well,
so that's
having both.
That becomes the struggle. And then it's like, yeah, he does all that, but he wants you to do this. And if he's paying all the bills, yes, why shouldn't he? I mean, if you say, well, that's what he's getting, I want you to cook every day. Yeah, because these lights are on every day.
She is a boss herself.
But if you got a man that pays all the bills, he's being traditional on his end. He wants tradition back. And that's where the problems become in those situations.
No, I will admit, in most situations, because I have that problem at my house. Hopefully, my problem is asleep and will not be that.
Let's wake him up.
No, but he does. He pays all the bills and he's very traditional. And we argue. The only arguments we ever have is about me being more domestic and but I also did not trick him, and I'm not going to. I will try to be better, but I'm not going to change who I am. And if you didn't like it, then
But I mean, those seem to be the only guys that want the woman to change, thinking, well, if she gets this, she'll feel comfortable. And if it doesn't, you knew what it was, and that's just, it is what it is.
So what do we say to Cliff? Cliff, now mine does not. We don't do the disrespectful conversation. Cliff to me can be very disrespectful, and in that scene that we saw, cursing at her, I'm not into being cursed at. I don't like none of that. But Latrice obviously doesn't take him as seriously as he sounds a lot of times. I'll say. Because he sounds really like I don't like.
I think he went a little overboard. He could have let it go. And that point, she could have let it go. But to me, it was, I believe it or not, it was more him. He could have just heard her. If he wasn't feeling it, you didn't have to. It's almost like, I guess it was playing in his head that she said something.
Cliff, like he just gets mad sometimes.
You know what that's usually a sign of?
What?
That's a dude. When a dude, I've been that way. He's not happy, period. He's not happy.
But I think he's happy because he has a young, hot wife.
Yeah, but once you find out the young, hot wife it's a lot that comes to, it's some things that come to And that's why people are like, how could this person cheat? And she looks like a lot of women, even a lot of women that I've been with that look really, really, it's different in the bedroom. It's not lining up. What? Sorry.
How did we get to this? We're not to the bedroom until later with Love and Marriage.
No,
yeah.
We're not there yet. But what I'm saying is, I don't know what his issue is because I don't know too much. My first season watching this, but for him to be that ticked off, that was playing in his head. And he's like, I didn't say that. That reminded me of I seen old drunk uncles that get themselves mad over something one person said, and the conversation is stopped. But in his head, it keeps going, and then he just bursts out, I'm leaving. You be like, what? That was 30, 40 minutes ago.
Yeah. But see, that's Cliff. That's Cliff.
That's what it looked like to me.
The old drunk uncle that, like you said, it just played in his head, and then he just goes off. And I do agree with Marriott that he is, at a minimum, verbally abusive. That's verbal.
I like that. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That is not cool. And there was a scene that happened not this season, but last season, where he got really upset because she went out and he did not want her to, she didn't tell him that she was going to a nightclub, and he went off. He didn't
want that fine thing going out looking around Jacksonville in them streets.
But that's where he found her.
Yeah, I found you. You know, stuff don't stay in the lost and found. We take it home. He supposed to go back to it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, she's not a child, so you can't make her stay in the house all the time. I remember a friend of mine that, you know, was a man of wealth, and I, you know, bought this big, and I know a celebrity that said that about his wife. He's very, very wealthy, and he was like, I created this home that I didn't want her to ever leave, and she wanted to be out all the time, and he didn't like that, because he really meant, a lot of those men really want their wife to be at home all the time.
Yeah, but that fortress starts to feel like a jail after a while.
Tennessee girl makes a good point. He did call her a bitch, which is
for real.
Yeah, which is wild to me. That's why I was just like, whoa.
Oh, I hope y'all weren't up in arms about that, ladies.
We were.
Okay, cool.
We were up in arms. We were. Okay, we talked about it.
Cooking arms at that. But listen,
get you, Mo.
This he has a sneaky look to me. Every time I see him, he look like he up to something.
He has hazel eyes.
Nah, but he keeps them real late in the script. He look like he's always up to something. Keep an eye on him
because of his look. Because he's got
it's just the way it's the way he I don't know, his demeanor. He always look like he up to something.
He probably is. I think that my prediction, and I hate to say this because I like Latrice a lot, but I think that relationship, those dynamics only last for so long. And when a woman starts to come into her own, she's willing to put up with less and less of that. When you're young and you're malleable and flexible, yes. But the more you start to get your confidence up and to become who you are supposed to be as a woman, like, who are you talking to? Like, I'm not like.
What's the age gap?
Well, I know it's around 20 years because he has kids that are around the same age as her. And in fact, one of his sons was like, my stepmom was like, you know, looking at her like that. So I think there's only a few more years before she's probably going to snap on him and tell him to sit his old behind down. And he's going to be the tables is going to turn. Because
she ain't walking away from that lifestyle. Not yet.
Well, but she has a lifestyle of her own. I don't think she'll walk away from it, but I think she will start to butt back at him, especially as his virility starts to wane.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, he's only, you know, you can only be so bravado for so long before, you know, you start to become the one that is the weaker of the two. Can you see Michael Douglas going up against Catherine Zeta-Jones? You tell him to go sit his old ass down somewhere.
You see, pay attention, fellas. This watching, pay attention. We learned this is Christal schooling us.
Whatever.
Christal schooling us.
No, I'm just saying. Eventually, that's going to those tables are going to turn. That tide is going to switch around.
She's going to start hiding your medicine, stuff like that. Watch out, fellas.
You remember that scene in Diary of a Mad Black Woman where the guy that was mean to her?
Let me tell you something. I've never seen a Tyler Perry movie like that. I've never seen that.
Oh man, I'm gonna send you that clip because he's in a wheelchair and then she's like,
oh, I did see that clip. I did see that.
Like,
okay.
Them tables turn and Cliff is older and the years are only going to bring more. It's only going to get older.
Damn it, man.
He better slow down with that mouth. Slow down with that mouth before you need me to feed you. And I'll be like, just sit your ass there till I get there. How about that, sir?
That's why I don't want to work. It's a form of control, low key.
It is a form of control, but I mean, she's not going for it. She takes a lot, but she does not stop her business. And kudos to her for that.
Take this allowance and shut up.
Nah, no, I would not suggest any woman do that. Not today, ladies. We're not doing it. No, you take this allowance and shut up.
Don't do that either.
No, because then I own you. But then, okay, let's move on to Love and Marriage Detroit with Christina and Brandon,
aka Gumball's younger brother. Man,
he does look a lot like Adrian.
Even sound like him a little bit too.
He does. They look like that. What's up? That's not C-Dub. Or maybe is it C-Dub?
Is it under C Boogie?
No, it says Corey.
Oh, I don't know. He might have changed it again. I know he changed it to C Boogie at one point.
All right, so let's talk about that scene. First of all, I know production set that up. There is no way this grown man came to the door with a half a load of clothes to be washed.
Right.
It is C-Dub. What's up, C-Dub?
What up?
No, that was production telling him to show up like that. That was foolishness. Because first of all, it wasn't even in a basket or a bag. It was only a few items. Like, come on.
Because they wanted you to know it was clothes.
They wanted us to know it was clothes. They wanted us to know that he was coming back. And they had this conversation. Detroit is not back on yet, but Carlos did say it's coming back in a couple of months. He did not explain what the hell happened to it. I know Anthony has been doing a whole bunch of promotion, so shouts out to Anthony. But that scene, Lisa Raye, I agree with what Lisa Raye had to say, because she was like, all that stuff she's doing, but she don't really want him to go. So, it's a lot of posturing. Christina's young. And she wants him to be the husband that she wants. And I agree with Lisa Raye. You don't want to be with a man that says he only is there because that's what the Bible says to do. That is never enough.
Well, the mistake he made was, I see what he was trying to do, because he's into the Bible. So he was trying to use that to work his way in. You know what I mean? It didn't work, but it was a tool. I got what he was trying to do.
It did not work.
Like, if I knew a woman that cooked and she cooked real good and she was trying to, I'll come up, I'll be like, hey, I learned a new recipe. I was trying to get, you whatever they like, you try to use that as a tool to work your way back in.
He did. But does he really want to be back in? Give me your honest opinion. Looking at Brandon and seeing how he's acted all this time, he seems like a man that does not want to be there, but is doing it because that is what is expected of him, with him having those daughters. I don't think he really wants to be in that marriage.
I don't think he wants to I think he does, but the responsibility and accountability is what gets brothers. They want to, but then it's like they got to deal with the other half and they fight with it. They want to be there, but they want to come in and out the way they want to come in and out and spend it. They don't want to have to answer. And there's no way you can really do that unless you the breadwinner. Even there, you still want to respect your lady, huh?
even as the breadwinner, you still got to answer to
Well,
somebody.
yeah, but you can tell to shut up because you pay all the bills. Well, I'm just saying.
Not all the time.
But you still want to respect her, is what I'm saying. You still want to
Yeah.
come in and you don't want to, you still want to respect her. But I know a lot of people that would love to be married and do these things, but they don't want with if you're not going to be responsible, then you're going to have to be accountable. And they don't want to be either or.
I
So
want to be either or.
and isn't he like on his mother's couch or something?
He's on his mother's couch, but I think what is telling to me was there was a scene last season actually where Brandon said that he did not realize, and they've been married 11 years. I really have wondered what in the world was happening in that marriage for all those years, because that's crazy that they're still together. But he said that he was not prepared to be a leader. And to me, I mean, I think he's being honest. I think that he's being more honest than a lot of men. I think a lot of men don't know how to lead, but they just can't say it. But with him, I think because of all the trauma that he dealt with growing up, that he has not gotten resolved. He has issues with his mother, very strong issues with his mother that we saw during the therapy session on the season. So I think that has all worked to make him not prepared and not able to be a husband. I don't think it's her. I think he likes her, but I think he liked the idea of her and not the reality of her.
There you go. And that's what I mean about responsibility. A lot of brothers don't know until they get into it and see what it deeds, or they feel like if they do lead on some things, is she going to buck back or am I going to push her away? And that's the part that some women are missing. It's not that we come in and try to be catering and understanding and not be mean, but sometimes leadership is being stern and standing on, as they say, business and doing that. But is she going to, hey man, it's a lot. It's a lot of emotions and things you have to deal with that we're not taught to or prepared to. Or let's say if you weren't a leader on your team, or like a player coach, or you weren't running the play, if you never had to lead on anything, just like if you never had to be a partner on anything, do you really know what partnership is or teamwork is if you've never been on a team? So if you've never been a leader as a man, do you really know? You know the idea, you read the definition, but have you ever used it?
That's I do think some people that are healthy can learn in real time. Because in a healthy space. That's why I said I think with him, he's still a broken person because of what he's gone through as a child. And she brought up, Lois Lane brings up the fact that he was looking at other women during the wedding ceremony. First of all, how did she find that out? Like, what man went back and told? That was ridiculous.
You know what it was? It wasn't no man. It was a man that told his wife. His wife went back and told her.
That's true.
I will bet you money that's how it happened.
That's probably how it happened. But I just feel like, and people are probably going to be mad at me for saying this. I feel like if you overheard conversations among men, you probably would be upset all the time.
Man, look.
I feel like I'll put it like this. In my wedding, I had 10 bridesmaids. Most of them were beautiful. All of them were beautiful women, but I think, and the dresses were fitted, right? So all of them were beautiful, and a lot of them had a lot happening in their dress. Let's just say that. You know what I'm trying to say.
Not really, because I was at your wedding, but good.
What you're not gonna do. What you're not gonna do is belittle my beautiful wedding party, sir. That's what you're not gonna do.
Beautiful wedding, by the way.
But you're not gonna act like my bridesmaids were not beautiful. Okay.
It was all right.
No, they were beautiful. He's a hater in the building. Point is, I don't think Gun Boss was like lusting over anybody, but I do think if one person walked past, in a shapely dress, I think he probably would have looked.
I don't like that. I don't think that's right.
Ah,
Just, I mean, first of all, a man's not blind. Did he see? I mean, all men. I mean, all the men there that I know were visually impaired. They could see.
oh, I was
But
like,
at the same,
visually impaired means they couldn't see.
no, I said, I mean, paired. They could see, but it doesn't mean that a man was looking in that fashion. That's wrong, man. I feel like nitpicking now. Like now, them talking about it, I believe somebody went back and said something to her, man or a woman, probably a woman. A man said it to his girl, and she was appalled, and she ran and told her. Which, why would you even do that? Like messy chicks. But
well, this is we're assuming a lot. We're assuming a lot right here. Now, I just because Mo tried me.
I didn't try.
You did. Oh, you tried it. You tried it. You tried it. You
Oh
tried to act like,
Lord.
you tried to act like my wedding party wasn't
Yeah, your wedding party was beautiful,
The
Christal.
girls were stunning, not the party, the girls.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They were nice. They were nice young ladies.
No, you're just saying that because you know most of them. And that's why you're trying to hate. And I'm not gonna take it. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I am not taking it. Hold on. Nope. Hold on, y'all. My computer is acting weird, so I gotta
You said
go.
stunning. Now you take it a little too far.
I'm not taking it too far. I'm
Shots
not.
fired.
I'm not. No. I don't like how you tried it. You tried it, Mo. Stop making up. No. Now you guys look at these ladies. Look at these beautiful ladies. Beauty just all the way across. You see that? Don't you act
How
like
many of those ladies? You speak to all those ladies now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Yeah, one of them is my daughter. There's your cousin.
Well, we know I'm excluding your daughter. We're not talking about her.
She's beautiful.
We're not talking about her. Shout out to Nell too. She was in the magazine. She had an article read about her. Shout out to DJ Nell.
DJ Nell does it, but no. Anyway, my point is just, Brandon probably was taking it too far, and it probably showed his immaturity. But I think men are always going to look and talk. I think that's just what they do.
She does have a point at the wedding.
Now I know which three Mo didn't like.
Oh, that's funny.
Welcome, Edna. Welcome, Edna.
Hey, let me tell you something. That wedding reception, I've been to several weddings, and that was the best food I've ever had at a wedding reception. No BS, no, all jokes aside, I'm dead serious.
Nobody told me that.
No, we did tell you that.
Wait a minute. They are beautiful, but you did say most at first, then change it to all. Well, I just know how Mo is. That's why. But of course, I thought all of them were beautiful. But I know, and I think if you guys watch this, you know Mo's predilections and his prejudices. Anyway, Brandon and Christina, I think need to let it go and figure out how to parent effectively, because that poor man, I mean, he just needs to get some help on his own. But that marriage, and unfortunately, reality TV does not make it better.
They did have a counseling section, am I correct?
They did, but really they had a counseling session with him and his mother that you could see where the issues were.
Gotcha. Okay.
Bad. All right, let's move to Love and Marriage Detroit. And
we just did Detroit.
No, I'm sorry, Love and Marriage DC.
Oh yeah.
With Raina and Jamie Tyler and the Swallowologist.
I like that name.
Which I looked it up. You guys know me. I looked it up, and there is a such thing as a swallowologist. However, it is not what one would think. A swallowologist is a speech language pathologist who specializes in evaluating and treating swallowing difficulties. They can help patients with conditions like oropharyngeal I don't know, I can't pronounce that word, but basically this is respiratory diseases, chronic coughs, failure to thrive, choking while eating, that kind of thing. Not
liquid babies.
No, that is not what that is for. So the producers on Love and Marriage DC were trying to be salacious by having a sex therapist come in for Jamie and Arena, which is ridiculous because they've been married over 20 something years. So obviously they have no problems. But
no,
I mean,
I wouldn't say that.
Well, but I'm just saying they just, a lot of this is made for TV.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
You don't think so?
No, I do, but I just know after a time you've been with someone of a certain amount, you might need a re-spark. Things happen. It gets maintained, same old, you tired, it's normal, actually.
It is normal, but I just don't think that they needed a swallowologist. To which Mo was excited and said that she was sexy as hell.
She was. I'm not good. Both of them were, actually. But she was definitely.
Was she, or was it just what she was talking about?
No, she didn't have to say nothing. She was sexy.
I think it was because of, you heard her title. Men are silly.
No, I don't. I saw her face.
I bet you did.
Anyway, because the other woman said she didn't like oral, and I guess he wasn't pleased in his thing or whatever situation, and that could be a real thing. A real thing. Like, people, everything else could be right, but that, and they'll tip out for that. Might not mean nothing, like he's going to leave her, but if you're into whatever it is that you're into, or if you guys are not compatible in that department or lost the spark between you two, and this person doesn't never feel like it no more, I guess we got to bring somebody in before somebody starts to.
Well, how many men want their women to swallow?
Man wants his woman everything. I'll just say that. In the bedroom, once that door is, we there, a full blown, you know what?
Is he doing everything?
If that's what he should. If whatever she's into, like, men want it there, like really there. I know I'll just say most men. I know. Like,
I think a lot of men, the idea of it, but they can't even really live up to on their own.
It don't matter.
It does.
Well, I guess no. Let me not say it don't matter, because I want to be fair to the ladies too.
Thank you.
But if you can find your equal in that gets just as wild and nasty as you do, I like it there. I whatever. We just don't put nothing in me. But other than that,
oh my God. Okay, let's pivot. Let's pivot. Let's pivot. I just thought they were reaching, and I think a lot of times Love and Marriage DC, I don't know, like I just didn't feel like that was a necessary storyline. And I think Jamie and Arena are fine. They've been married for so long. Jamie is, I mean, he's a former promoter, probably, I guess, still a promoter, definitely a dude that's in the streets. He
looks different than when he did, like, with the sweatsuit on, opposed to when he was suited up. He looked way different, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he cleans up. They were actually at
no. I like him better in the sweatsuit. I thought he looked comfortable. He looked. I wouldn't have put him with her the way he was like that. But then when I seen him in sweatsuit and his regular stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, he looked like a Cooper. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think he always looks like, I mean, he's a good looking guy. I think they are a very attractive couple. I agree. He's a nice looking guy. And to me, he's always pulled together good. When I saw him at the polo match, I mean, Jamie is always, when you see him out, I've done the ministry with him a couple of times. he's gonna be that dude that's always styling and looking a certain way. And she's beautiful. I mean, they look great together.
She's a pretty woman as well.
Yeah, I think they are. I don't think they have any trouble. That couple, I think is fine.
You don't know that.
No. We're just giving opinions based on what we saw tonight. What do you think?
Oh. No, I
think no. Obviously Melanie and Martell are a no. I think Latrice and Cliff need to. It's gonna have to be some tables turned, or it's not gonna work out. I think that who else did we talk about? Tisha and Marcel were gonna be fine, even though it's crazy. But we're just saying what we thought. Carlos and Lisa Raye were given the red flag or the green or the surrender.
Carlos is doing too much tonight. He made me uncomfortable. I ain't gonna hold you. He did a little.
I want a man's man. I said, you better tell him, Carlos.
Yo, son said he wanted his face in the his face in the pillow. Yo,
Carlos got a little after darkish today.
Hey man.
He did. So what do you think of Jamie and Arena?
I don't know if that was exactly necessary.
It wasn't.
But then again, like I said, you've been together that long. No, like I said, no one knows where the nose goes when the door's closed. So, you could parade and be this, but people still have needs and things of that nature. And I don't think if you didn't have a problem in that department, would you even sign up to even do that scene? To me, it's something you can even putting the fingers in the mouth and all like that. And she says she does not enjoy oral, which I thought was either that or he just does it wrong. I don't know. But God bless them, man. They've been together that long. At this point, ain't nobody going nowhere.
They're not going nowhere. Let me ask you this, because do you think a man would, what percentage, because we can't say, we don't know, we can't generalize all men. But if that was the only thing that was missing, would a man step out just for that? What percentage of men do you think would step out just for oral fixation?
I would say 35-40%.
Ugh.
If he's had it.
And everything else is good?
Yeah. Because if that's the thing that
that's
he
wild.
likes,
that's a problem. Everything else is good.
And what I'm saying is, a lot of times, if it's coming to him, like he might not be out there tasting it, but if he finds out, if he's in a situation where he finds out this lady loves to do it and she likes him.
Edna said, yes, Christal, they would step out. Edna.
I have a sneaky suspicion that Edna, for a whole nother reason.
You leave Miss Edna alone.
I like Miss Edna. I like her.
You guys, hey, Jala, welcome. Better late than not at all. I just think that if everything else is good, because I would say flip it around, right? And say the man has everything else is good, except that is not happening. I cannot see the majority of women saying, you know what, he provides, the D is good, the good with his, taking care of the house, but because he doesn't, dine at the Y, I'm gonna step out. Like that's
like, don't get me wrong, a man's not leaving you.
No, but I'm just saying, even if you step out, you can get caught up. You could end up like Martell.
Right. Well, I put it to you this way: if there's fair compensation for it, and that's all they're doing,
Edna says she likes lollipops.
Listen,
we're gonna.
I know a massage parlor.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. All right, I'm gonna move on. Edna, no, ma'am. So we're gonna move on to.
Can we talk about Lisa Raye?
We can. What about Lisa?
What did you think? overall about Lisa Raye in this particular thing? Overall?
I like Lisa Raye. I think Lisa Raye I've met her and worked with her several times, and she was very, very much like she is all the time. Very much like this, who I am is who I am is who I am, regardless. So I feel like she's honest. I feel like I mean, obviously we know she's a very beautiful woman. She's been in the game a long time. She doesn't really cut corners. She said that she's pretty much seen and done it all. Like Shorty Red or Shorty Low, rather. I mean, I wish she would find love. I wish that would happen. I wish that could happen for her, because I think we've seen her in every scenario, but truly happy with a relationship.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, the first thing I think about is the way he introduced her. I have a problem with that. I don't like to throw around the word legend loosely.
Well, everybody's doing it. That's what everybody is calling. That's just what everybody does.
In my personal opinion, she is no way a legend.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I think that word is definitely used. Icon and legend are.
Yeah, I can't.
Way too loosely.
I try to be very careful when I say that. This woman has done nothing legendary.
Oh.
She doesn't. I mean, she was in a hood movie, a hood classic.
She was in a hood classic.
And all of a sudden now she's legendary. I mean, come on. But in any case, beautiful
That's part
woman.
Of our culture. We really abuse those two words. The GOAT.
We really do, and I don't like it. But I love all her answers. She had great advice. I do have to say that.
She had a lot of wisdom. I like.
She does. She looks great for her age.
Just say she looked great. Take out that.
No. We're not doing that. No, I'm not. We're not doing that. She looks great for her age. No. Because you have to put that to mark. That's the reason. Because a lot of some women her age, I'll say that, don't look. So we got to put the age in there. We're not ducking that. It's all good.
I don't think you have to. I think you can just say she looks great.
Nah. Because I'm saying we know she looked great, but for her age, let's say that. It should be all right. And she gave great advice. Now, I was almost about to turn a leaf on her when she was giving the advice, but when they asked her, have you found love? And she was like, well, I probably wouldn't be here. I'd be somewhere on a yacht.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's where she'd be.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
We're gonna wait for the yacht to pull up. Once again, I think they put, like, I was having a conversation earlier. I just think they put that before love, true love. They put the where they want to be, what they want to have, and not love, and just it's one before the, like, you can get it. I want you to have it all, but I want it to be genuine love. Like, if the yacht ain't coming, she ain't loving. She's somewhere on the yacht. She's somewhere doing something.
For most guys, if the beauty ain't coming, they ain't loving either. So it's, it is.
No, it for some men, it might be that way. It really might be that way. But, we learn.
I don't think so.
We learn.
I don't think so.
I remember I seen a woman and you were like, what did you say? I'm not going to say who and when. Okay. So let's not put no time stamp on it. Let's not put no. And you was like, yeah, she looked old. And she looked, you know what I'm saying? And there was another woman. And you were like, yeah, she looked, you know what I'm saying? So it's not always. I done had the bad joints too. So it's not always about beauty. Let's be real clear.
But if you thought you didn't think she looked old. So that's not.
No, actually, she did look a little. I didn't care though. That's what I'm saying. I liked her. That's the point I'm saying. You never asked me what I thought, or Mo, do you think? You always say it after the fact because you be like, all right, now Mark can tell you really what I really
thought. Well, because I don't want to ever say anything about somebody.
Listen, it don't. I don't care. But my whole point is, like, it's not always about that. Sometimes some women that look better than others, and that's cool. But I don't think it's always that for men. And for some men it can be. But I don't think for every man. Obviously for every man it can't be, because There's
I don't think so. I think with her, I don't think there's anything wrong with her wanting a man that is a part of the same lifestyle that she's.
It's cool. She 40, she 50, what, 57, about 58, something like that. Keep on. We're gonna see. I hope she gets it. But let's see.
You could get a lot of guys that have less than that and it won't be any good. So I mean that's
no, that's what I'm saying. Go for it. I want you to go, girl. I want you to get it, girl.
Anyway, we are moving on. Good, our good sis Lisa Raye, we believe for you, okay? I believe for you because you're authentic and you're honest. What she could be saying is that it didn't matter, and then when she got with a guy, kind of what she did on Queen's Court, because she knew that have enough money.
I'm not mad. I hope you get it. All I just say, let's see. That's all.
We're moving on to what Tommy gave some tips for Ready to Love, because we know that our audience is super excited about the return of Ready to Love, and we got some clips from Tommy, and there he is with his beautiful wife Jackie, and so yeah, we're going to get into these clips from these suggestions from Tommy on dating. And Mo, I want you to tell me if you agree with what Tommy has to say about dating. First tip is, a lot of y'all are single because you date men who are not a good match. What do you say?
It's possible. It's possible. There might not be enough to match. I mean, it's already more women than men, so it might not be enough to match. You might try to get as close as you can. I'm not really mad at that, but I don't think everybody's going to line up with that match. I don't think that's possible.
Well, what he said is that a lot of y'all are single because you date men who are not a good match. I think that's absolutely true.
But
a lot of women will go out with someone that they know would not make a good husband. And if you go out with someone who does not have qualities that make a good husband, then you cannot be upset when you end up back on the market after a short ride.
That was my point what I was saying before. It's like find that first, then but if you're going for that and the lifestyle and that, and then it don't have the good qualities, then you mad. And then you wonder why you say. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Tom.
But I think you just got to have both. You got to have all of it.
I hope you get all of it.
I think you can.
No, I'm not being funny. I'm just saying I hope you do.
Look,
that's why you can get out the way.
Lisa Raye could damn sure get all of it.
All right.
You know?
Okay.
All right. Second thing is date with a purpose. Focus on the qualities you're looking for, which is really just another way of putting what he just said. Date people that have the qualities that you're looking for. I don't know how many times in this dating group that I'm in, or this Facebook group I'm in, women get on there and they're like, well, I told you guys it's ridiculous. They get on and they're like, I've been in this relationship for 6 months and he doesn't have a job. And I'm like, how did you get into a relationship with a man that doesn't have a job? Or I'm in a relationship for 2 years and he's cheated 3 times. And I just like, girl, what are women doing?
We are all products of our decisions. Let's be clear. All of us.
True. But I mean, it's crazy how many women get in there. And before I just quit giving advice because I'm tired. I'm just tired. Because it is all.
You're all there giving advice?
I used to because I was trying to help. You know that I try to help. I try.
Why are you helping this strangers? You don't know these people.
I know, but I just want people to find love, and I want people to do better.
You do.
I want people to do better because it'll start out like, what should I do, guy? And it's, women definitely will help each other because it'll be like 200 comments of advice, right? So I'm not the only one, but I quit because they don't want help. They don't want to be saved. They don't want to be
the marriage counselor, not the marriage, the what's the name people that I've all seen, they quit too. They've been quit. They quit a couple years ago. Rebecca, whatever the name of a couple other people, they've been quit.
Yeah, we
Them
just
women ain't listening.
because they're not listening. They're not listening. Oh well, like I saw, you guys know I love Ashley Dalton. I love Ashley Dalton. And Ashley was talking to this young lady. The young lady's in Dallas, and she was like, "Oh, all men, they never want anything from me but sex, da da da." And she's like, "Let me see your page." She goes to her page, and the girl is twerking. I just, come on. I don't want no help.
So let me ask you this: if they're not listening to you, then they damn sure ain't listening to us, right? That's what we trying to say. So it's like
they should be listening to y'all, really. And then
if they ain't listening to you, they ain't gonna listen. I'm telling you what it is.
And they're not listening to Tommy either. And I'm telling you guys, I've seen the first couple episodes of Ready to Love. It's gonna be a lot of drama. It ain't gonna be very many love matches. All right. The last tip from Tommy Miles: if you're getting triggered now, where are you going to be in 6 months? And that's another thing. Red flags. When you see red flags early on, that is a sign to leave.
How many red flags? Or is just are we running at the first one? How does that work, Christal?
If it's a serious red flag, then that needs to be your sign to loose it and let it go. You don't just stay after like a red, not a yellow flag, a red flag.
Okay.
A red flag.
One red flag and you should be out.
Let's give an example.
Please.
What is an example of a red flag that I say there's no reason for us to talk to him about? I'm gonna read you guys something from the group because y'all don't believe me, so I'm gonna read. All right, this is in the group. This guy says, "Hi, little hand." He says, "I like everything you said in your bio, except for the sex part, because that's a goal for most men. So you lost me there. I'm just very real." Now, this young lady in her bio, she said that she was not not engaging in intimate pleasures until she found her one. So he says, "I like everything in your bio except that, because that is a goal for most men. So you lost me. I'm just very real."
He played himself. I'm gonna tell you why.
But why are we talking to him? Why are we responding?
Yeah. After that should have been, but he played himself anyway. That was dumb for him to even.
But I'm saying they always do. They always do. So she said, and I love this. I love this for her, and I love this for us. She said, "Thank you for your honesty. However, I stand on what I said. You lost me when you purposely misspelled simple words. I do wish you the absolute best. I'm very real and very educated. Be blessed." Perfect response. But see that, so if he responds, then leave him alone. Now, if the red flag is he lives with his mother, if the red flag is he's still married, if the red flag is he does not take care of his children, all these things are happening in real time.
That's fair. All that's fair.
Chances for this. Move it along. If he doesn't have a job, I'm not saying he's a bad man, but he should not be dating. You should not be dating if you don't have a job. You should only have time for the want ads and resumes, not dates.
That's fair.
So I'm saying these are red flags that we cannot turn a blind eye to, sisters. I say we must. So Tommy, so I'm saying, like, if you notice that the man is making intimate references early on, which happens all the time, that is a sign that he just wants that. Keep it moving. And if you don't,
let me tell you something. When dudes do that, or when women say that,
except the auto corrections, I'm weak.
Number one, she didn't say until she got married.
She didn't.
That's number one. So relax. If she likes you and she thinks You'll be all right. But you don't ever mention sex first, ever. This is free game. You don't do no in the window. You don't do any of that. That part is when you wait for her or wait for a situation to pop up, whether it's on TV, and just watch her reaction. But don't ever keep that the farthest thing from your mind. Don't act like, let it come to you when it comes to that. And then you follow the lead after that. Then you pick it up. But don't run her raw. I've heard women say that. And
it's so many more. It's so many more.
Yeah, it's a lot more, but please don't.
Those are red flags that yes, leave after the first red flag. Do not.
Now, what would be a pink flag?
You mean a yellow flag?
A yellow flag, yeah. What would be a yellow flag?
A yellow flag would be, I think. Now, Lisa Raye says she wants a guy that can dress, that is dressed, knows how to dress, and is always, fly. I'm a little bit. Now, I don't like a biscuit shoe because I feel
so we heard.
Yeah, but I feel like if he's not the best dresser, if I like him and he has the means, I can help with that. I'm okay with that.
Let me ask you this. If he thought you weren't the best dresser, do you mind him getting someone to help you?
Him getting someone?
Yeah, I mean, he might not be, I don't know too many guys walking around dressing women unless they're the other guys. But I'm saying, if he didn't like the way you dressed and then was like, and then got his sister or a friend to help you dress, how would you fit?
What? How did he do it? Did he just have somebody?
You guys were about to go somewhere, and he came to your crib and was like, "You wearing that?"
I don't like that. Now, if he's what I would prefer him to do, I don't like you having control of the sound effects. Or what I would prefer is if you don't like something, fix it. So if you had your sister pick out something, you learned my size, you had her pick out something and say, you know what, I think that looks really nice on you, and surprise me with it and say, you know what, baby, I got something for you for this date. All I want you to do is show up. I got your that's cool. Okay. Now okay. If he says, I don't like how you dress, just like I wouldn't say it to a guy. I think there's got to be common courtesy.
Yeah, I never had to. Well, I probably should have told somebody that, but okay, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay if he says, because men do make references like, I don't do that now, but I remember when you and John told me, Christal, you wear too much gray and black and brown, and if a guy told me that, but he was willing to buy other colors, wonderful. But if he just was like, I don't like how you dress, but most men don't. I'll be honest, most men that I've encountered don't really like. And they're not as picky towards us as we are to them.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
So most time, as long as they like what your body look like in the clothes, they don't really care about it like that.
And that's the reason why we say sometimes y'all must be doing stuff for each other, because we're not really tripping like that.
But I think that anytime, let me use another red flag that I see so many women, I get irritated. I just have to click off. I don't talk to him. He talks to me during the day, not at night.
I gotta work in the morning, damn it.
No, if a man never calls you in the evening, and you cannot go to his house, and he only calls you during the day, it don't take much to tell, girl, I'm not gonna play these games with y'all. I'm not gonna do it. He lives with a woman. Even if he's not married, he lives with somebody. And he can't talk while she's at home.
Yo, back when I was out there in those streets like that, I sat in the car in the driveway while it was raining. And I told the guy I didn't want to get wet walking out. I'm waiting to the rain.
Oh, my God. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, no.
I don't know if she bought it, but.
She probably didn't. She didn't. She just didn't want to break up.
She's like, how come you ain't call? I was like, it's raining. I don't want to run to the house with him.
I'm saying this was like we had just got
this is like when you can talk. You have to like talk after a certain time for the race to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was back then.
Yeah, but there's so many women that are like, what do you think something's going on? I never talk to him, and then he'll just pop up during the day. Girl, stop. Stop it. Stop it. They know. They just don't want.
Yeah, but a lot of times, if they like you enough, like I said, you ain't gotta lie to them. They're gonna lie to themselves.
But that's not what we want to. That's not what we're encouraging here.
We're not encouraging. I'm just saying.
Ready to love. Multiple baby mamas.
Yeah.
That is a sign that he may be a great guy, but he may have other things to do with his resources that do not include you.
Back to that again.
I'm just saying, like, if he got 4 baby mamas, there's not much wiggle room.
Hey man, count your own pockets. You don't know what he got. You don't know if he.
I just don't want to merge families with that. I don't want to merge. I don't want to merge.
Yeah, I know a chick with 3 and got 3 baby daddies.
But would you date? Like, nope. Would you do that?
No.
Exactly.
No, you can have 3 kids, but I'm not with 3 baby daddies.
I just said that. I said baby mamas. Now for me, hey, everybody can set their aside. I said that if a person does not have children, I think that they should look for someone, specifically they want to have children, that does not have children. Because people that have children, they have other priorities. Too much. But that's my opinion. You know, everybody can do what they want to do. I tell my kids, neither one of my children has children. My blood children, my bonus children have kids, but one of them is married and is in a beautiful relationship. So, but my blood children, they don't have children. So I tell them, do not be with a person that has children. Because that child support is a lot. It comes out. And if it doesn't come out, that's a whole nother problem.
Yeah, let it come out.
These red flags that you see that you're going to be unhappy with later. Point is that Tommy was trying to make, date people that you think would be a good mate. You cannot date someone and then be upset with who they are later.
No, not think like date that person who they are right then.
Not who
like,
you want
if
them
they
to
don't
become.
change, you can't get accepted. If he works here or if this person deals with that. And a lot of times that is men date who's in front of them. And a lot of times we're hoping you don't change. Women will work with you and be like, well, if he gets married, he'll change into this. And if it don't happen, they mad at the man. Date and ask yourself, if it never gets better than this, can I deal with it? And if you can't, think about it. I'm telling you, it might not be for you.
6 kids, look, that's half a dozen.
Who got 6 kids?
I don't know, but 6 is half a dozen. I don't know what that. I don't know where that came from. 6 is too. That 6 is half a dozen. That's like a bakery. No. Edna says, I love a man in a well-made suit like Giorgio Armani. Okay. Edna, I got somebody that I am working with, Les Brown. And you may need to come to his birthday party.
First of all, shout out to Les Brown. I listen to Les Brown at least because he's part of my affirmations thing that I listen to.
And, did I send you that one the other day?
Yeah. Huh?
Did I send you the one that he sent me the other day?
No, you know, I listen to him. No, he comes on. It's him and a few other people. It's like a thing, and they got different ones, and it's a compilation. And he comes in there. He tells a lot of stories. I know his whole story. He was once married to Glass Knight, but prior to that, he's a twin. He was adopted. I know the whole thing. I've been following Les Brown for some years. Yeah, great guy, motivational.
He is. So I'm doing his birthday party. But anyway, I just thought Miss Edna may be a good fit for Les Brown. I don't know, Edna. But anyway, I was gonna put it in the thing, and I can't do it. I can't put it in the chat, but I can put it in the chat. I sent it to you, Mo. His Yeah.
But I listen to, I mean, at least once, probably at least once a week he comes on. It's in a rotation, and he's one of them.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. I just put it in the chat for you guys. So yeah, what were we? So that's what we're talking about. So when Ready to Love comes back, I would just say that there are a lot of these flags initially, right? A lot of these flags, and if you see something that you don't like, then don't take heed. In the words,
trust your gut.
Trust your gut. That's what most women do not do. They do not trust that. That intuition is your guide. Women trust that feminine intuition. Do men have intuition?
Yeah, I believe we don't, but yes.
Have you?
Yes, we do.
Have you? Okay, in a situation, the last situation, did you have intuition that was like no?
Yeah, that's what got me. Yeah, I did.
You did. Okay.
I did. I didn't follow it because other stuff was happening, and I should have.
Jala says we ladies can override it, so maybe women can override, especially if you're good in certain. If you're skillful, you may be able to override the intuition.
Is that right?
I think like so. That. I think so.
Okay.
I know some women that have overridden yours.
So did I. Shout out to all the ladies that override. Never mind. It happens, man. But you gotta stay focused.
You gotta stay focused.
And really trust your. You know, it could lead you down the. It could, like, especially at this age. I had a conversation earlier today, and I said to someone, and I'm gonna say it out loud because I'm gonna speak it. I really felt like it probably in the last 2 weeks, but I really felt like I'm at part 2 now of my life. Like I just started part 2. And there's a reason I won't get too deep into it, but and I'm treating it as such. So I'm making a few changes and tweaking some things, but and I know people will have their opinions on this part of because there's certain things that just happening and all for the good, but I feel like I'm reaching part 2 and I want to move a little different, you know, and cut some things out, add some things in. So yeah, man. Trust your gut.
A second chapter for you.
Yeah, just because yeah, I think part 2, and I just really think just with the stuff that I had and the phone call I had today, checking up on some stuff that I feel really good about, and it's really making a change. It's gonna make a change in my life, and I'm super happy about that. But trusting your gut, and we know more than any. That's why I'm no longer going with. I mean, people can give me their opinion. If I ask for an opinion, that means I want it. But people volunteer stuff, and usually, to be honest with you, I don't really listen. I listen to my gut, and I listen if my gut tells me to ask people. I don't want to listen to too many people who I'm not asked because really they don't really know or sat in my position a lot of times. They just think they know. Or if I listen to you and it's wrong, I'm gonna be more mad. Usually when I trust my gut, I'm right. We all are. If we have it in us for a reason.
Yeah, I think it's God. I think it's God's voice. I think that if I take advice, even if I don't ask, because I very rarely ask for advice. Some people I do, but most people I don't. But if I get some advice that aligns with my spirit, then I accept it, right? Because sometimes, I was with Les the other day, and I was talking about something, and he said, "Don't ever talk about that again. That's behind you. Don't reference it again." And I said, "Yes, sir." I mean, I take it if it aligns with me, right? Because I like to be better. And I think, like the whole adage, we say iron sharpens iron, but that process is not soft and sweet. So I don't really like people around me that are like yes people. I like people that are in my face and tell me and make me better, right? And it's like the sharpening of it. So I do take it, but if you tell me something that is I'm pretty good at knowing me by now. So if it doesn't align with making me better and it doesn't feel right, I can reject it easily. So that is something I've learned.
But
Um,
a lot of times you whatever, whether it's Les or anybody else told you something, you already knew that. You just didn't. You needed to hear it or a second.
I
You
probably
know.
needed to hear it again because maybe I didn't take heed.
There you go.
I went to see one of those days with SZA and
Oh, how was it?
wasn't my favorite, but one of the things Cat Williams is in it, and he says, take heed. You got to take heed, and that's true. You got to take heed to wisdom in front of you. And I will say, sometimes the wisdom can come from the place that you least expect it. Like, for instance, tonight, what I liked about Lisa Raye's conversation with Carlos is that she was honest, even when it made her look bad. So she was honest about the fact that she had interacted with a man when he was still married, and she had to get out of that. And it's like, she was really honest. Yes, you probably are too tall for less. And yeah, I'll have to find someone else for you, my love.
Less is more.
5'10", that is a tall drink of water, and we've got to find you a taller drink of water. But I think that you gotta understand that sometimes, like, Lisa is not married and maybe hasn't had a successful, what we would deem a successful relationship, but she had a lot of wisdom to share. That doesn't mean that she wouldn't have wisdom just because she's not in a successful relationship.
That's
So
a fact.
I think sometimes people judge the person that's giving them they judge the message based on the vessel it comes out of. And that is the problem. That's a problem, because you can get, like they say, a broke clock is right twice a day. You know what I mean? So
I try to tell people that, but some people only listen to people who've done more than them.
Yeah, or who
And
have
and I know that sometimes I've learned the person that sometimes the most knowledgeable person in the room is the one that made the most mistakes.
a lot of times. A
You
lot
know
of
what I'm saying? So
and they may know the information, they just may not have the execution. You know what I mean?
Right. And there you go.
Open to hearing what is good for you. So what is good for us? Let me ask you this though. Before we get out of here, I did want to ask you, what did you think about Sonny going back to Love and Marriage Huntsville, aka Arrests and Infidelity Huntsville? What did you think about Sonny sharing the information that Martell, that Coleslaw, aka Arian, Marceau said she had been on film with multiple men? That was just very odd for her to share that.
It was very messy, and you're not in that group enough to be spreading some stuff like that.
Oh, and
you just got it.
We still ain't forgot the fact that you married to Destiny's man who is in jail.
Yeah, but
sometimes you gotta fat meets greasy. Yeah, baby. And I'm about to come put heads in beds.
Yeah. If her man was out, I don't think that information would have came out.
That's true. I think she's out here flailing about because he's in jail, and she looks crazy, right? She looks crazy because he's in jail, and you went hard for this man who did not know his parole violations. Did he not know the boundaries of the parole violations, or did he just choose to be on TV? And I know he knew him because when I talked to Destiny and he was dating her, she said that's why he wasn't on with her the season before. So, because he was concerned about, the parole. So,
well, we don't know exactly what he did to violate.
Well, according to the blogs, he was not supposed to be in Huntsville.
Oh, well, and there it is. And there it is. He's going to come back with a surprise, though.
Well, but I mean, and I will say this going to preserve the relationship longer, because the longer he's in jail, he can't mess up the relationship. So the marriage will last longer than it would have.
Hey, she better When he come out, she better be the same way when he got in. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, when people come out, they're always very sorry and very happy and very thankful.
No. Her.
Oh, oh, shut up. I know what you're talking about. But I thought that was just crazy that she would say that. And I hope that that's not true about Arian, but I would not be surprised. The way she was like playing with Martell. Now, let me tell you something. Martell, we've all agreed as a family that he is not the sharpest knife in the bunch, right? In the drawer. But if he fumbled his beautiful wife and 4 children for a woman who is participated in conductor behavior that has been on a railroad. That's been a part of the railroad conductor gang. That is the biggest fail in history.
That's a woo. He's better off with the housewife lady.
If you have fumbled your wife and your 4 children and the sanctity of your family for someone on the railroad,
it's that P-Funk, man. It get him every time.
But man, Martell, you a new kind of fool. My grandma used to say that. That's a new fool. You was a new fool. You fumble for that. Like that needs to be a case study in the.
Hey, there's men that do it every day. High-powered men.
Before someone on the underground railroad.
Yeah. I mean, it's not her per se. It's the act with that person.
But I'm saying if you fumble it for a person that is a member of the Underground Railroad, you got to know this is not. Come on. And that's
hey man, there's powerful men that do it all the time.
I'm just trying to find some way that we can share the severity of her actions that our audience will understand that we won't be penalized for. If she's a conductor on the railroad with lots of different engineers, and that is who you fumble for, like that's wild, sir.
There's been greater men that fumble less or more.
That is
wild. Unfortunately, throughout history,
But Sonny, it's not your place. That was not your story to share.
Yeah, she shouldn't. That
was not your tea to spill, girlfriend. Because we still looking at you with the side eye.
Yeah, you should have waited another season before you did that.
And got an ally or something. Don't nobody even like you.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I
know she was trying to spill tea to be going viral, but it just still makes it look like, why are you here again? Where's your dude? What? Girl, no.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but we're going to get out of here. It is a Friday night. Scorpio, thank you so much, as always.
No, thank you. Happy Martin Luther King. We got the holiday Monday, y'all.
Oh, we sure do.
Holiday, Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes, and I'll be here on Monday with Grace and Gossip. And
there you go. I
heard a little bit about Wendy Williams on yesterday's, but I'm going to go more into detail with that, because not only did she talk to Charlamagne the God and she talked to Don Lemon, but she also talked to TMZ. I don't know what's going on, but there's a we'll talk about it on Monday.
That's funny you do that. I got a piece coming up with her on The Minute with Mo, real something, because and there's something totally different than that. But all the women out there, especially in radio, a lot of the women out there need to give Wendy her flowers.
No, everybody does. Everybody.
There wouldn't be all the rumor reports and all that. She started all that.
Our topics belong to Wendy Williams. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I think, she gave her all to an industry, and this is just a lesson, I think, to all of us, that you can give your all to your job, but you got to know that that's not going to give back to you. So give to some things that are going to give back to you.
And not save some for yourself. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like this, I enjoy doing this because I feel like you guys give back and we have great conversation. And maybe she felt like that with her television show, but I think in so many ways, Wendy Williams sacrificed so much and she didn't really save anything for herself. And I really hope that this story has a happy ending.
I do too.
I really do. So you guys tune in for that. Happy MLK Day, and not just in words, but really in the enormity of what that means.
What it means
right now. And just love on your family, love on each other. And thank you for loving on us. Make sure that you show us some love before you leave.
Like, share, and subscribe, y'all.
Like, share, and subscribe, and see us right here Monday, Wednesday for Dating Dilemma.
Hey, are you coming tomorrow?
I'm coming tomorrow.
You can tell Adrian if he want to come. Come on out.
Adrian's getting his hair braided tomorrow.
Oh, never mind. All right.
Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow, but we'll see you guys next week. Thank y'all for watching. We love you. Good night.